Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Christine. So today we're here to talk about skin. I will put on the screen what my skin looked like a week ago, and this is after I went swimming back in Seattle, and then my experience when I had like this crazy breakout on my forehead. But this is what my skin looks like today. You can see the texture of it looks really nice. It's nice and smooth. It's back to normal. I want to talk all about skin and some of the skin issues that I have with water, lake water, hard water versus soft water. There's just a lot of info in this video, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So first thing I want to talk about is hard water versus soft water. Not a lot of people know, but actually 85% of households in the country have hard water. But where I lived back in Seattle actually had really soft water, so I never had any issues with water until I moved to LA. And when I moved here, hard water just made my skin break out so bad. The reason I found out about it was I started getting these like bumps on my scalp, and it was like a little bit itchy, and I just thought maybe it was the shampoo that I was using, so I would switch shampoos. And then the bump started creeping down onto my forehead. Kind of talking to my hairdresser about it. He was like, maybe you should check your water. Maybe your water is too hard. I went and got a soft water filter for the entire house, and now all the water that comes into the house, all the water that comes out of the faucets, the washing machine, everything is filtered, so everything in the house is soft water. And then after I did that, I just found that all of my breakouts, my texture went away. So it was definitely the soft water filter that really helped my skin. If you have found that your skin has been breaking out and you have a little bit of bumps from it, it might be the water. So I found this article, and I'll go ahead and link a couple articles that I found that are really helpful as well. Dr. Dennis Gross, he says that hard water is a term for water that is high in calcium, which is good for stronger bones but not so much for your skin. Bathing in hard water may cause redness and dry skin because the calcium settles on the skin and changes one's own oil chemistry, which compromises the skin's ability to moisturize itself. It also leads to large pores, acne, rashes, itching, and rosacea. Long story short, I would check the water in your area. If you want to just be safe, you can get a soft water filter for the rest of your house. I use Culligan and I love them. I think it's around $30 to $50 a month, but it is a little bit expensive, but I found that it makes such a big difference in my skin. When I do laundry, I don't have to use as much soap. When I do the dishes, there's no more residue left on the plates and the glasses. My hair feels healthier. Plus, we have a couple people in the household. Brandon and I live with some of his family, so it's kind of nice that all of us get the benefits, and so it's worth it for us. Then the other skin condition that I want to talk about is swimmer's itch. So this is so disgusting, but let me pull up information that I have on it. Swimmer's itch is an itchy, harmless rash caused by tiny parasites in freshwater lakes. Symptoms of swimmer's itch is itchy skin rash begins within 2 hours of swimming in a fresh lake. Small red spots appear within 1 to 2 hours, and these spots appear at sites where a parasite has gone into the skin. So I'll go ahead and put some screenshots on the screen if you guys want to read more into it. As soon as I got home, I'll go ahead and put clips of what my skin looked like the day I got home, and then some photos of my skin over the next few days. So that is just like my whole experience. What I learned from this is that if I want to go swimming in the lake, shower right away, wash my face right away, because it's just not worth it. All of my other friends that I was with, only a couple of them got the little bumps. One of my girlfriends got it all over her body, but I have such sensitive skin. As soon as I eat a hot Cheeto, or as soon as I like touch my face, I'll break out there. So I'm not surprised that none of my other friends experienced the bumps that I got. And then let's go ahead and get into the skincare and some of the things that I found work best for my skin. I wanted to preface this video really quick by saying that it is hella unorganized, and I had a whole ass outline, okay? Earlier in the video when I was talking about hard water versus soft water, that caused something that is called contact dermatitis, and I'm not even exactly sure if that's what it's called. The photos that I show you are actually from swimming in the lake water, and that is called swimmer's itch. So that is a completely different thing, but the two are exactly like the same bumps that I get when I shower in hard water. All of these products you can use and apply it to whatever skin issues you have, and these are just the things that really help for me to clear my acne. So the number one tip that I have is do not over exfoliate, especially when I first got home and I saw all the bumps on my skin. The first thing I wanted to do was get like a physical scrub and kind of just scrub away all of the little bumps. Me wanting to pick up my skin all the time, like it's such a bad habit for me, I went to the bathroom and I started popping some of them. I feel like that made my bumps even worse. It made them more inflamed and angry, and especially just because I had so much all over my face that when I was pushing on one area, I was pressing on these areas that were causing them to be more irritated and inflamed. So my number one tip would be to just be patient, don't pick at it, and don't over exfoliate. The thing that helped me the most was I was using physical exfoliant. Definitely meant to say chemical exfoliant, I'm an idiot. And my favorite one that I used was this Tatcha Rice Polish Calming Face Wash. And so this is a foaming enzyme powder, and so it has enzymes in here that kind of chemically exfoliate your skin, which is much more gentle. I found that this really helped to make my skin really smooth and soft. Especially when you have something like this, you want to be really patient with it. I know the first thing that you want to do is kind of scrub away at it. So I found that using this at night, every other night, really helped to smooth out my skin and soften up my skin so much. When I wasn't using this, I was just using like a super gentle face wash. One that I really like is the one by First Aid Beauty, and they make a really good gentle foaming cleanser, and then Dermalogica also makes a really good one. My number 2 tip is to use acids, and you don't want to overuse it either because you don't want to like irritate your skin too much or cause further breakouts to happen. Some of the acids that I found really helped me were glycolic acid, salicylic acid, and oh, there goes my light. Instead of physically exfoliating your face, you want to use acids to kind of chemically exfoliate your skin and help soften and smooth out that texture, and also at the same time really helps to target any of the bacteria that you have under your skin. Another product that really helped me was this You to the People HA Exfoliation Power Toner, and as you can see, I am almost through it. I love this. This was so good, and this actually contains lactic and glycolic acid. I really like this toner. I feel like it did a really good job of smoothing out my skin, making sure that I had all that residue off. For me, my skin can take the acid, so I actually use that toner every single night, but if you have really sensitive skin or you're new to using a glycolic acid toner, it's really strong, so just use it every other night. Another product that I found really helped was this Jan Marini BioClear Face Lotion, and I've talked about this in my nighttime skincare routine. I love this stuff, and this actually contains salicylic and glycolic acid, and that one is just really strong, and it causes my skin to really dry out, so I only use that every other night. But I found that sitting on my skin really helped to kind of fight the acne and bacteria that was on my skin, so that was really great for like nighttime use. Another serum that I really liked for nighttime is this Sunday Riley UFO Ultra Clarifying Acne Treatment Face Oil. Actually, I have an upcoming video with Sephora where I'm going to be talking about this, but I picked this up for a campaign and I started using it and actually really love it. This contains 1.5% salicylic acid, and I just find that this is a really good treatment. This one is even more gentle than the Jan Marini, just because this one I think has a higher concentration of salicylic acid, and it also contains glycolic acid, so this one is going to be like the power fighting mama. This one will also help to kind of fight off the acne and bacteria. So this one I really like for like daily nighttime use, and this one was really good because it really synced into the skin, and I love that it contains such a small amount of salicylic acid, but just enough to be effective. Oh, I also want to talk about this. This is the Pharmacy Honeymoon Glow. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I rave about this all the time. I also have a discount code Christine20 if you guys want to get 20% off of all of Pharmacy, their entire website, like forever. I'll also leave my discount codes down in the description box as well, but this has been so good. This is one of my favorite like exfoliating serums ever. This is actually a lactic acid serum. If you're new to lactic acids, this one will be like almost shocking when you put it on because it causes your skin to really tingle, and sometimes it's like a little bit uncomfortable, but when you wake up you just have the softest, glowiest, baby smooth skin, and so I loved using this. Since it is really strong, I only use it about 2 to 3 times a week, but it was really effective and really helped to smoothen out my skin as well. Treatments that really helped is this Bloom Meltdown Acne Treatment. That one is a really good like spot treatment. I really like using that one during the day because it looks good under makeup, and so you don't have to worry about like it kind of caking up or peeling. At night when I really wanted to spot treat whatever like breakouts and blemishes that I have, I really liked using the Peace Out Acne healing dots. The only thing is these are kind of expensive. Like it's $20 for 20 of these, but for me, I was so desperate to get rid of whatever was going on my face. Any of the big blemishes that I had, I would use these dots. Another cheaper alternative is hydrocolloid band-aids, and I talked about this in my nighttime skincare routine. These are pretty much the same thing as this, but this one also contains salicylic acid, so these ones are extra strong, and I still will continue repurchasing them. Even though they are a little bit expensive, they are really, really effective. But if you don't want to spend that much coin, these hydrocolloid band-aids are really, really good. So it just looks like this, and I actually will just cut these up into little like nuggets. They work the same as those acne dots, so I do really, really like these as well. They're just not as powerful and effective as the acne dots are, but for smaller blemishes, I think these do a really great job. So those are really good spot treatments. This was really good for helping to fade my acne scars. This is the Murad Invisiscar Resurfacing Treatment. This is brand new, and I'm going to be talking about this in an upcoming video with Sephora as well, and I love this. The texture of it is like so good for using morning or night. It doesn't like pill up or anything like that, and it really does help to fade the look of the acne scars. This is my bare skin right now. Up on my forehead too, you don't really see any scars. Another tip that I have is to make sure you are hydrating your skin, especially when you have like acne and breakouts. You might think that like drying out your skin will cause the breakouts and the blemishes to dry up. That's not the case. I just find that like properly hydrating my skin versus drying it out, it doesn't really make a difference on like how quickly my breakouts go away. I just find that my skin scars much more easily. Finally, a moisturizer that I really like to use, Tatcha water cream, and this one was so good because it has no other active ingredients in it. It's just a super nourishing, hydrating moisturizer, and I love using this morning and night. And it's great because all the serums, the face washes, and toners I was using contain so many like AHAs and BHAs that I didn't want to overdo it with the moisturizer. Another tip that I have for you is to make sure you are masking, and I probably masked about 3 to 4 times the week that I had the crazy breakouts. And some of the masks that I really love, this is the Dr. Roebuck's Dainty AHA Brightening Mask, and this one was so good for chemically exfoliating my skin. There's no like nuggets in here to help like physically exfoliate your skin. This is all chemical exfoliation. Pretty much does the same thing as the Honeymoon Glow and the Jan Marini serum. Especially when I had that flare up on my forehead, I didn't want to do anything to scrub my skin, especially after the first 2 days. I just learned that picking out my skin just made it even worse. I put it all over my face, but especially on my forehead, I kind of put a thick layer on. I let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then when I rinsed it off, I just felt like my skin was so much softer. This is sold at Sephora. I love their brand, and this is just such a good mask for really targeting a lot of the texture that I had on my face. Another mask that I found really helpful was this Aztec Secret Indian Healing Clay, and I've talked about this in my OG skincare video. This is like the first ever video that I published on YouTube ever. This is my second tub of it. When I use this as a mask, I will mix it with apple cider vinegar. Together, the two are just so good at really detoxing and getting a really deep clean on your skin. And I've read on Amazon that there are so many people with like fungal acne, cystic acne that found that helpful. So if you haven't tried that mask, I would highly recommend it. You can also pick it up at Whole Foods, and I believe it's like under $10 for this whole tub. When I use it as often as I do, it still lasts me like over a year. So this is a lot. I really like that mask. The night that I used it, I just found that the size of my breakouts and my acne was way smaller, but it was a little much to do to my skin like regularly, so I only use that about 1 to 2 times a week. And then lastly, if you're traveling to a place where you don't really know if they have a water filter, or you don't really know like what the water situation is gonna be, just bring water bottles. I will wash my face in that water. That way you are sure that the water you're using is just really good. And it sounds extreme, but if you care about your skin as much as I do, I feel like it's not that big of a deal anyways. So those are all the products that I found that were really helpful for getting rid of the texture and like the breakouts that are on my skin. I'm no skincare expert, but this is just what I found helped me the most. And even if you have like acne prone skin, be sure to check out some of the skincare videos I have on my channel, because I kind of go more in depth about some of the stuff that really helps when I have like acne or breakouts. Let me know down in the comments if you have any type of questions, or even if you have any advice on like at-home remedies that you use that may have helped you. Maybe you can help someone else out that is going through the same thing. Anyways, that is it. I hope you all enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.